Hey everybody, welcome to the very first episode in a series that I'm going to be talking about Rick Simpson oil. In-depth, multi-episode series. So you guys want to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and you also want to be looking for in my playlist section on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, click on playlists, click on Rick Simpson Oil, RSO. Has all my videos thus far, and it's going to include this video and all the videos in the series going forward. Now, I'm here, my goal here is to help educate people about basically the miracle benefits of Rick Simpson oil. But I'm going to go through it throughout the series. But for now, the very first video, if you are diagnosed with cancer, or a loved one or a friend is, you know, fear, anxiety, depression is all normal. If you do not like the modern medical system's setup for treating it, which is chemo and radiation, and there's also surgery. If you do not like those options, I have a new option for you, and it is all natural, organic, can be grown at home legally, can be made at home legally, and you can treat yourself at home legally. Now, why do I keep saying legally? Well, because what I'm talking about is cannabis oil, aka Rick Simpson oil. What is it? How do you take it? I don't smoke. I don't want to take it. Rick Simpson oil is not to be smoked. It's an oral medication. You eat it through your mouth, or you can do a suppository. Smoking marijuana gives you a medical benefit of 4%. Eating marijuana, oral, will give you a medical benefit of 40%. And a suppository will give you 80%. Most people treat themselves with oral Rick Simpson oil medication. They can put it in, you can put it in pill capsules and take it that way, or take it with food, or bake it into food, whatever you like to do. But in the very first video today of the series, I'm going to show you personally, because this affects me very personally. My dad, 3 years ago, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. We found out when he passed out driving. Luckily, I was in the passenger seat and was able to get us over and get him into the hospital. Later, after a bunch of tests and everything, later they found a mass in his the stomach area, abdomen, not in the stomach, on the outskirts of the organ. Before my dad was treated by the medical system, he had to wait for a CT scan and a PET scan. And the wait took 3 months, and my dad had no treatment from the medical system in that time, because the doctors ordered these scans and wanted the data so they could proceed further with their treatment. However, with my knowledge of Run from the Cure, the documentary on YouTube, free for everybody to watch, I learned about Rick Simpson. I learned about him curing thousands of people for free. of many illnesses, including cancer, any type. And when marijuana was legalized here in Canada, you're damn right I was keeping pace with that, because I wanted to get some for my dad, which I did, and I ordered it directly from our government, because that's the only legal way to do it, unless you grow it yourself. And growing yourself is legal too, by the way. 4 plants per household maximum. Now, that 3 months, my dad's waiting for the doctor to get back to him. I began giving my dad Rick Simpson oil. Now, because I was new to Rick Simpson oil, I gave him the dosage of what we could afford to buy for him at the time. Okay? 3 months go by, and that's all I'm giving my dad. The doctor phones up and says, "We got the scans back from your PET scan and CT scan, and what are you doing? Because the cancer is shrinking." We told her exactly what we were doing, but as a doctor, she has no idea what Rick Simpson oil is or anything like that. So she was she says, "Well, at least this doctor was good. Keep doing it, but I have to put you through the recommended treatment by Health Canada," which was chemo at the time. So, during all this, my dad, who is now 72, and in remission, totally cancer-free as far as we can tell, he goes, Rick Simpson oil was so amazing, he now goes once a year to see the oncologist who's been treating my dad from the start. Okay? Now, when my dad was going in for chemo treatments, they give you an infusion in your arm for about 8 hours. They hit you right up front, right away. I'm sure some RN nurses can, they know absolutely everything about that. And my dad was in good spirits going in. When my dad first got the bad news, it kind of threw him in a tailspin, and he started making like artwork and stuff as a coping mechanism, I guess. But luckily, my methods saved his life. Now he took the cannabis oil, Rick Simpson oil, every single day, and he did not take the recommended dosage by Rick Simpson, and the reason being is we couldn't afford all the medicine at the time, and I had to order the flowers from the government, process them myself to make the oil. Very expensive. So the next year, what I did, I grew 4 plants for my dad and made a whole whack ton of Rick Simpson oil, which we are currently on. He's on, and I am on to this day. Now, I didn't have anything going on with me, or so I thought, but that'll come in later videos in the series. So I want to welcome everybody here. Don't be afraid of cancer, guys. But what you need to do, I need you to hear me very clearly. If you do not follow my directions in this series to the T, it may not help you. Okay? I'm just putting that out there. So please, I'd love to help you and your family and your friends. Send this video everywhere. I want it global. and I'm going to help as many people as I can online with information, with my experience, with how I made it, with my videos. I have step-by-step videos right now. If you want to skip all this series, which is very important, you can go ahead right now, go to my YouTube channel, hit the playlist tab, look for Rick Simpson Oil, RSO, click the playlist. All my video libraries in there with everything you need currently, right now. But this is I'm going to try to make as many of these videos as possible for you guys, okay? So, thank you for joining me on the very first episode, okay? It's a big, long episode. They're going to be long, some will be short. But today I wanted to give you my story. And I know directly that it works, 1,000%. I've helped more than my dad with other ailments with Rick Simpson Oil. 100%. Other friends I've helped. I can't sell it to you guys. Not whatsoever. I'm not going to jail. It's illegal to sell. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Okay? How to get the seeds. And I'm going to show you the step-by-step process right here on my whiteboard that hopefully you can see clearly. Hopefully. And we're going to go from there. Okay? So on this very first episode, before I close out, I'm going to write down hopefully you guys can see that. I hope. I can't tell on the viewfinder. It says CBD. You guys probably heard of this. Advertised on TV, radio, and whatever. Right? I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to zoom in to make sure you can. There you go. CBD. You guys have probably heard about this all over the place, right? CBD is part of Rick Simpson Oil. Okay? Rick Simpson Oil, or cannabis, contains about 150 molecules. 2 of which you guys have probably heard before. One of them is CBD. The other one is THC. Now, oh, wait a minute. The government has told you you only want CBD, you don't want THC. Why is that? Because CBD is legal to sell by itself, completely legal, as opposed to THC, not so much, unless you're in the government's pocket, right, guys? That's the goal. So, of the 150 molecules, I rounded up. There's about 148, 149, but 150 makes it easy. Okay. THC and CBD are 2 of the 150, and those are the big ones, right? That's what you guys have been. You probably have seen this somewhere in your life. Your goings on. Okay? So I'm gonna zoom back out. I hope that's coming out okay. If not, you guys can let me know on that. Anyways, getting back to the program, CBD is good for pain. So a lot of people take it just for the pain. However, CBD alone will never, and I repeat never, CBD alone will never, ever cure you of cancer or any other disease. Why is that? Because in order to make Rick Simpson Oil, you need all 150 molecules in the process, which means you need to use up the entire plant. Now, THC is the boogeyman by the government because, well, basically there's a lot of reasons for that, and I'm not going to get into those on this video. But I want to be clear. Taking CBD oil will never, ever cure you of a disease, okay? It'll help with some pain, maybe help you sleep a little better. That's about it. Doesn't do much. Except if you leave it into the plant and have THC, CBD, and 147 other molecules all together, and what I like to call that is the entourage effect. You have to have all 150 molecules in your body, and your body will process that and jumpstart your immune system to next levels. Now, first thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about. I'm short. Okay, I'll sit on a pillow then. How about that? Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about all this here. I know it's a lot to take in when you're going through whatever issue it is, whether it's cancer, diabetic, heart disease, whatever. I want you guys to listen. It's going to be all right if you go through and get yourself on Rick Simpson oil. I know this is a lot of information. I'm just going to do a run through on it because it's important, okay? And I'm going to do many, many videos on this topic because it's going to help people as we go. But as my first video, I hope it's long. I just got into it here. It's the very first time. I'm going to make more, okay? So stay tuned for part 2. You want to subscribe to this channel, bookmark me. However you want to save this, you go ahead and do it. Okay? We're going to go on to part 2 in the next segment. So I'm going to clear my whiteboard. We're going to start getting into some more details on cannabis oil, okay? All right.